let's get this over with. Now, there were 6 films that I saw from last year that these movies were the worst movies I saw last year, and let's just get into it. Alright, I wrote down a little sheet of paper. I'm probably gonna curse a lot, so movie Rage from with Nicolas Cage. Listen. Wow. Oh shit, we're getting this list started. Like there's a scene where Nicolas Cage, he's got his shirt off, and his wife or girlfriend, whoever the fuck, they're having like some banter going on, and he like grabs her by the neck, and he's like, yeah, I'm a killer. Does that make you hot? Oh man. And there's also a sequence where Nicolas Cage is beating the hell out of this Russian guy, and literally, Nicolas Cage is just like this. He's like, someone put a bullet in my daughter's head. Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Ah, don't die! Don't die! Ah, ah. And then he like walks around this dude who's now dead. He kicks him. He pulls out his gun, fires off some rounds into his corpse. Oh, we're moving on. I, Frankenstein. Oh my God, I Frankenstein was so bad. I mean, everything about this movie was bad. The CGI was bad. The acting was so bad. This movie was basically like Ben Helsing and all those shitty Underworld sequels, like just stitched together. And they had a baby, and they made this shitty fucking movie. So fucking shitty. Oh my God. They put Frankenstein in the modern day. Frankenstein in modern day times. That is so fucking and the CGI was so terrible. The acting is so terrible. There's a part like 5 minutes into this movie where Frankenstein has killed his creator, and this dude is standing off to the side, and he's like, and like his head like breaks apart, and he has this weird amphibian head on his. The end of I, Frankenstein, Aaron Eckhart gives one of the cheesiest, one of the worst lines of dialogue I've ever heard in my entire life. This motherfucker was like, I am Legion. I am Frankenstein. That's the last thing you see is Aaron Frankenstein on top of a building. The camera's panning around him. He literally looks like he's like posing for Vogue or some shit. And his last line is, I am Frankenstein. Transformers 4. Transformers 4 was fucking terrible. Okay, it was like sensory overload, and I don't mean that as a compliment. The acting was atrocious. It was like an unintentional comedy to the max. I mean, this movie was so long, it just, oh my God. I still cannot get over the fact that at the end of this movie, Optimus Prime decides, you know what? I'm just gonna fly across the motherfucking galaxy. Prime. The dude, the motherfucker who is always late. Why are you always late if you can suddenly fly, which you've never done for the whole rest of this runtime of this movie? All of a sudden, at the end of the movie, he's like, you know what? I can fly across the galaxy. Alright. I can't believe this shit. The third worst movie that I saw from last year was The Legend of Hercules. Who the fuck? Why? It is so... Oh my... There's a sequence with a lion, I think like at night, where Hercules and one other guy, they go to kill this lion, go to fight this lion. It is the fakest, it is the worst use of CGI I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Like they're talking while they're fighting this lion, and I think Hercules, the other character who's with him, is like, our weapons aren't working. Ugh. And fucking like, and Hercules like gets on top of this lion and like wrestles him. And he's like, oh. I almost have, this one's so bad, I almost have literally nothing to say about it. It's, I'm just moving on. Like, it's literally that bad. The last two. Annie was my second worst film from last year, and Left Behind. Well, Left Behind was my worst. I mean, these there's almost no point in talking about this movie, these movies. I mean, Annie was so fucking bad. Cameron Diaz was like, Cameron Diaz made me want to scratch out my eyeballs. The singing was so bad. It was that Annie was so and every time when Rose Byrne was singing, yo, I was like, for the love of God. Swear, it's like someone took her talking and turned that into singing. Rose Byrne was like, well, we're happy today. I'm Rose Byrne. Left Behind with Nicolas Cage was so fucking god awful. When this bitch at the end of the movie was, she said something like, "It's only the beginning." I was like, bitch, this is the beginning of the end of your career. Of your career. This movie was so bad. Please don't see these movies. Please. Don't see these movies. These movies are so bad. Please. I swear to God. Don't see these movies. These movies are so bad. Oh, I'm done. Oh, boy. Oh, I think I done shed a tear. Don't see them. Don't. Whew. What was the worst movies you saw from last year? Let me know down below. I'm done. I'm fucking laughing so hard. Shedding tears.